Yo, as always, like, share, subscribe. Subscribe. If you want to drop a donation, feel free. And the audio from this will be in the top of the messages. And now let's just get into it. So, Michigan plays Ohio State this weekend, this Saturday, 12 o'clock in Michigan. So I'm going to run over some of Ohio State stats, and then I'm going to talk about what we need to do to win. Justin Fields is 69% on the year, 2,352 yards, 33 TDs, 33 passing TDs, and he's got one pick. And he's got an 11-yard average. Those averages are going to be big, and I'm going to get into that. He's got 445 rushing yards, 4.2 yards a carry with 10 TDs. So he's got 43 touchdowns total. J.K. Dobbins, that's their starting running back. He's got a 1,446 yards, 6.6 average, 15 TDs, and I think he's got like two or three more receiving TDs. Teague is the backup running back. He's got 751 yards, and his average is 6.5 with 4 TDs. So with those three, they got that's 2,500 rushing yards right there. And then they got a couple more backs with 200 and receivers with 200 yards. So Ohio State has the number one rushing attack, as you can see. Now, receivers, Olave, he killed us last year. He made a name for himself last year against us. He's got 38 catches, 628 yards, 10 TDs, but his average reception is 16.5 yards. That's huge. KJ Hill, 42 receptions, 469 yards, 7 TDs, 11.2 average. Then you got Benjamin Victor. He's got 480 yards, 6 TDs, 16.6 average. Is that right? No. But let's see. Then on defense, their leading tackler is Malik Harrison, linebacker number 39. And then you got Jeffrey Okudah. I'm not sure if I said that right. OSU fans, don't kill me. But he's the number one corner. His number is number 1. But he's supposed to be a top draft pick. So just off those numbers, OSU is a running team. They run the ball successfully. That's with the quarterback. That's with the running backs. That's even with the receivers on reverses and things like that. So stopping the run and stopping Dobbins and Teague is number 1. That's the number 1 objective, is to stop the running game and force Fields to beat you with his arm. Not with his legs, because he probably can do it. But with his arm. Now, I've heard that I watched the game. I saw he hurt his thumb, and they're saying his ankle, but that don't matter. If he on the field, you treat him like he's healthy. We can't worry about that type of stuff. So he's healthy. As far as we care, he's healthy. He's 110%. Don't be getting into all that. He's hurt, and then he come out there and he's torching us. Nah, treat him just like he's healthy. But that's the number 1 thing for the defense. Stop the run. Make Fields beat you from the pocket. Not scrambling around and making throws after it breaks down. Make him beat you from the pocket. So that's the number 1 thing for the defense. Now, I know y'all going to say the crossing routes and all that. Number 1 is stopping the run. This is a running team. This isn't last year with Dwayne Haskins. Dwayne Haskins had about, what do you have, almost 5,000 passing yards? This ain't last year with him. He was a pocket passer. He's going to beat you for the pocket. Their whole offense was built around him throwing the ball. This is a different year. This is a different team. This is a running team. So the power run spread, that's the number 1 objective. And then trying to make Fields beat you from the pocket consistently, not just a throw here and there and big plays. So you want to also limit the big plays. Like, what is your plan to stop the big plays? Because big plays, that's going to get them fired up, and that's going to get us demoralized. So limit the big plays, and also with the stop the power running game. Make Fields beat you from the pocket. As far as Michigan on offense, this is the thing. So we haven't ran that well consistently. So the last couple games we've been throwing it. Now, that would be good if we weren't playing a team with one of the best D-lines, if not the best D-line in college, with the number one rated player at DN. That would all be good. But since we're playing them, it would be best to be able to run against them. And I don't think we will be able to run against them. So what that does is that will make us play into their hands of what they do best, rush the passer. So to create some type of running game, we have to use a quick game, which is throwing to the flats and things like that, screens. So because if we take all game and Harbaugh was to get stubborn and try to establish the run, when we try to establish the run against teams that can stop it until they're tired, we get down because it's going to be a lot of 3 and outs. It's going to be a lot of 3 and outs. And then while we're getting 3 and outs, they'll probably be scoring. So it's crucial that doesn't happen because we'll end up getting down in the game. We'll be down 14-0, 21-0, something like that. So since I don't think we can run on them, it's crucial that we make like screens and stuff. That's just an extension of the running game. So screens and bubble screens, slot screens, all this type of stuff, that's going to have to be part of the running game. Because if we just try to throw downfield, it's not likely we'll be able to consistently do that against them. Because you got to deal with Superman and the Avengers, Chase Young. Slowing down Chase Young is objective 1 on offense to do what we want to do, which is throw the ball. We want to throw the ball downfield and then RPO game. So it's crucial that we stop him. That's the running backs chipping, the tight end and the offensive lineman double teaming him, and he still needs to get chipped. And not only that, you have to focus on the whole D-line because he's not the only one that's a beast on the D-line. So that's just the offensive line, the backs, and the tight ends. Our offensive, us being good on offense, they have to be a big part of this in the blocking. Because I just don't see us being able to run on them. So we're going to have to, it's going to be on Shea. Shea, if the pocket is collapsing and they're coming around the edges, you have to notice that and don't be trying to outrun these dudes to the sideline and get out the pocket. You have to step up in the pocket. You can't be trying to get nervous and then trying to get out a clean pocket. Because we all know Shea will do this. He's been doing better, but the offensive line has been protecting him well. So he's been sitting in the pocket. It's just been a clean pocket. But these dudes, this isn't Michigan State. This isn't Michigan State. This isn't Indiana. Like, this defensive line will be coming at you and they will wreck a whole offensive game plan. Chase Young and those boys. They'll do it. They've done it all season. In the biggest games, I was saying this on my lives, biggest games, Wisconsin, Chase Young, 4 sacks. Penn State, 3 sacks, 9 tackles. That's a beast. That's just unbelievable. 3 sacks plus 9 tackles, forced fumble. Like, those are more like regular middle linebacker numbers. So it's crucial. Our whole offensive game plan has to be about stopping and limiting their D-line, not just Chase Young. So I'm expecting the quick game to make them change to stop that, and then you can try to take your shots when you can. But you have to be smart about when you take your shots. You can't just go out there trying to take shots and you don't have the protection. So that's just big. I expect to see probably one or two trick plays from us also, because this is a fast defense. We'll probably be the best teams that each one of us have played. I mean, obviously for us, OSU is the best team we've played, but for them, we will probably be the best defense and team at the moment that they've played. Because like Clifford and Jack Cone, they're younger players. Shay's not a first-year starter. He played OSU last year. Whatever happened, he didn't play that bad against them. He didn't play that bad, but he also didn't do enough. But the defense didn't do anything, so you can take that for however you want it. But this is just crucial that everybody has to up their game for this one. Levert Hill, if you get your hands on a pass intercepted, that goes for all the DBs, everybody. If you can get your hands on a ball and pick it, you got to come up with that pick. Receivers, if you can make a big catch, you got to do it. Pick up your blocks. Everybody in the blocking game, you got to pick your game up. Everybody step their game up for this one. And that goes for the coaches. Harbaugh, this needs to be your best coach game. Don Brown, Josh Gaddis. This is what y'all get the big bucks for. So step y'all game up and have these boys in position to be successful. Have them in position to be successful. And the defense, when you in position, make the play. If you got somebody in the backfield, don't let him okie doke you and all of a sudden it goes from a loss of 1, loss of 2 to a gain of 5. That's a drive. That can keep a drive going. That's a momentum changer. If you got Fields in your grasp, make the tackle. Don't let him get away and hit you with a little and now he's off to the races. Everybody has to do their part and play well. No dumb penalties. Now the DBs, we know they're going to get some penalties, but that's just going to happen. But you can't be getting a lot of them. Like sometimes we get those penalties when it don't even matter. They just still grabbing. Play ain't even going their way and they still grabbing. But that's just, it's crucial. No dumb mistakes. That goes for offense and defense. No dumb penalties. Those things like that keep drives going. And every drive is crucial this game. And every penalty and things like that, because they can change the momentum. Games like this, momentum can change just super fast. So everything is crucial. Everything has to be done the right way. 4-quarter game. If we get up 14 or something like that, you can. Oh, we got them. No, they used to winning, so they don't quit. When you got a winner's mentality, you get up down 14, you get down 21. Okay. If it's 3 quarters of it, it's a lot of game to go. For y'all to be celebrating, thinking y'all up 14 and 21. No, it's a 4-quarter game. You get up 14, you should be thinking we about to put 60 on them. And do it. But this is just what it is. I know a lot of y'all done watched the lives and we done talked about a lot of the same stuff. So this is what it's all about. I wish we would have won that Penn State game. Then this game right here would be big. It'd be for going to the Big Ten championship, but we end up losing that game. But this is we've played better than we did before then. Like this was one of those seasons where it's like 2 seasons almost. Before the Penn State game and after the Penn State game. Look like 2 different teams almost. Especially these last couple weeks. Shea is looking like he's really got the offense. But now you got to show it against a team that's legit. a legit top 5 team, a legit top 3 team. This is what it's all about. You say you wanted to play in this game and ball out. It's your chance. You're going to get your chance. Make the most of it. Make the most of it. This game is about playmakers. Who gonna make the plays? Who gonna make the plays? And then next year they showing the film. They showing your highlights of you being the winner, not the loser. This is a game for playmakers. This is when you put a stamp on your name in Michigan history or OSU history. This is what it is. Us Michigan fans, we all remember the last time we beat him, Denard Robinson. That game, that's a Michigan legend. Not just from that game, but that game is a big part of it. Show up. Show up. Don't just be close. Don't just be close and then not get it done. Finish the job. Finish the job. So this is what it's all about. You got legends. This is when legends are made. Dwayne had the last two times we played them. Dwayne Haskins became the legend. Destroyed us last year. The year before he came in and saved the game for him because JT Barrett was not looking good. He couldn't make throws. 2016, JT Barrett, the spot in the refs. Whatever you want to say. So that's just what it is, y'all. We got to get it done. Well, JT Barrett beat us every year. So he definitely had fun against us. But this is what it's about. Players making plays. When you get a chance to make a play, make it. I don't want to see this. You got a chance to make a big play. This is the one. I don't want to see that. And then if this is another thing, and then I'm about to get off of here. When a play is to be made, make it. Don't just pick the ball and take it 6. We need those points. Change the game. Don't just get an interception or whatever and then go out of bounds if you can really try to take it back. We need all that. Same goes for offense. You catch a ball, don't be trying to go out of bounds unless we're trying to conserve time. Run over somebody. Make somebody miss. Let them have it. This ain't the game for no soft play. One last thing. Don Brown. If you see Olave or one of these speedy dudes on a safety or something like that, time out. That stuff like that kills us because we don't just give up a big play. We give up a touchdown, and they know it. So when they get those matchups, they're thinking touchdown. They're not just thinking, oh, let's get a 20-yard gain. No, they're thinking end zone. We about to break the game open because Don Brown, you watching the plays. You see these dudes, Metellus on Olave or Brad Hawkins on Olave or Hudson or one of these dudes on a receiver or a fast running back, time out. Don't let them run that play and then he off to the races. Be smart. That's the time to use the timeout. I see us using timeouts on offense half the time. And then we give up a touchdown off some obvious mismatch stuff. But yeah, for this one, it's quick game. It's quick game. Getting rid of that ball and making our passing game, our short passing game, an extension of the running game. Because I doubt if we'll be able to run the ball consistently on them. For our defense, stopping the power spread running game and making Fields beat us from the pocket. Because he's not reading the whole field. He's just not. So make him beat us from the pocket and make us have to scan the field and then get nervous. Stopping Dobbins, stopping Teague, stopping Fields from running. And then we want them to have to pass. If we got to choose something, it's to make them pass this year. That's just what it is. They're a running team. So Don Brown, I ain't talking about the crossing routes. I hope you got it taken care of. That's all I got for this one, y'all. I'm gonna be going live Friday again. It's probably Friday night, so we can rap about this some more. And I appreciate everybody joining the live. I enjoy it. It's a good time. But as always, like, share, subscribe. This will be on Anchor. It'll be in the top of the messages. If you want to drop a donation, feel free. But as always, go blue. Let's get it done.